change up. I think it'd be kind of interesting to see the New Day come into WrestleMania as heels. And I just would love to see what they would do with them. Whether they would, still be doing like the happy-go-lucky clapping deal, or maybe they change up the gimmicks a little bit to almost like a Nation of Domination deal. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see what kind of happens. Charlotte comes out and cuts a promo about Bayley, basically showing pictures of Bayley when she was, a child, showing like a lot of her favorite pictures, her with like John Cena, with RVD, with Bret Hart. Was really cool just to really kind of see these kind of deals, as it really does make you relate to Bayley as a fan, which is why so many people really love her, is because of the fact that, she is a fan, and she's still a fan in heart. She's a fan of her fans, I guess you could also say. And then also we found out that Bayley actually wrote some poems. I had no idea that Bayley was a poet. I would actually really like to see what her writing is. But this actually brings out Bayley, and she says some very harsh words to Charlotte. And by harsh, I mean, scorch or burn. Like, she would mention that, I never had a father basically give a phone call just so that I can get my foot in the door. I had a father who would just pay night after night just so that I can see WWE live events, even if he didn't have any money. Whether it was, in the front rows, whether if it was in the back rows, whether it was in the spots where people looked like little ants, she was always there rooting for her favorites and saying to her dad, that is going to be me one day. Again, the connection with the crowd, Bayley definitely got it. And she wrote a couple of new poems where she says that, she writes new poems about beating Charlotte and becoming the new women's champion. Honestly, I didn't see that much of a problem with it. I thought, hey, she's already a poet, so I guess it's like 20 steps ahead of Heidenreich. Oh, God. Horrible memories. Jeez Louise. So, honestly, I liked the promo between Bayley and Charlotte. A lot of people might say, well, who cares about the fact that Bayley's a poet? I kind of care. It shows that she's an artist at heart and that she really does like being creative, so I'm totally for that. Cedric Alexander would go on to take on Brian Kendrick, in which we also see Alicia Fox get involved and help Kendrick, help Cedric get the victory. Alicia tries to go for a hug on Cedric, but Cedric just ducks underneath and just walks away like, nope. So it's very interesting to see where this is going with the whole Cedric Alexander, Noam Dar, Alicia Fox deal. Now, I hate that people are saying that it's the only good thing about the 205 Live deal is the fact that they have this love triangle. I don't see it as the most interesting thing about it. I think that the Cruiserweight Championship match between Neville and Rich Swann is going to definitely open a lot of eyes and definitely make us think, this will actually be pretty cool. Go into the big news in which they announced the first inductee into the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2017, the Olympic hero, red, white, and blue, and all. His blood was raining for America, and definitely one of the greatest world champions of any generation, the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle. When I heard about this, yesterday I was thinking, oh my gosh, this is amazing. How'd this even happen? And it definitely makes a lot more sense now that you hear it, because Kurt Angle definitely was taking off a lot of his schedule, making it very clear that, hey, I don't want any bookings from this date to this date. And he really wanted, I guess he's definitely going to be a part of the Royal Rumble match. I can't see of another reason why he would have all this time off. I think he's going to be focusing on just this part-time deal where maybe he's going to help elevate quite a few wrestlers. Maybe they'll have him go one-on-one with AJ Styles. I think that would be amazing. Maybe we'll finally get that Kurt Angle versus Rusev match that everybody's wanted to see. Who knows? But I am very happy to see Kurt Angle is taking his rightful place in the WWE Hall of Fame, and it is going to be a very, very damn good induction. Oh, it's true. It's true. Let's get on to the main event of Monday Night Raw, and that being a 6-man tag team match. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Sami Zayn taking on the team of Braun Strowman, Chris Jericho, and Kevin Owens. Finally, we get something different. We see a 6-man tag where you're basically tying in 3 different feuds into this. That is exactly what Raw needed to do. Just an awesome matchup here. Braun Strowman looked strong. Chris Jericho looked amazing. Kevin Owens looked like a badass. Roman Reigns looked like a beast. Seth Rollins looked like the architect. Sami Zayn just showed the heart, the resiliency. Everything that was going on in this matchup was amazing. The ending, of course, had Braun Strowman capture Sami Zayn and hit the running power slam for the 1, 2, 3. Braun Strowman looking dominant going into the Royal Rumble. Oh boy, Braun is going to be definitely a force to be reckoned with, along with Brock Lesnar, Goldberg, The Undertaker, you name it. There's a lot of people in there that are going to be heavily favored. Braun Strowman, I think, is going to start eliminating people left and right, and it's going to be amazing. But the end of the matchup was what really sold it for me. We saw Sami Zayn basically getting carried out by Braun Strowman, but then Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns said, nope, we're not going to let that happen. So they just beat him down. They clear off the announce table, but then Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens get involved. They get beat down again, but Seth Rollins hits the pedigree on Chris Jericho, and then Kevin Owens hits a steel chair on Seth Rollins as well as Roman Reigns, and then we see Kevin Owens hit a power bomb on Roman Reigns through the announce table. Holy cow, honestly, a lot of people were definitely very skeptical on how Kevin Owens would be as a champion. This moment right here definitely tells me that he is a singles competitor and he is a player. He is definitely a main event level player because he showed, hey, this is what I can do to Roman Reigns on my own. What do you think will happen when my title is on the line? It's going to be just amazing. And with Chris Jericho not getting involved, this could be perhaps one of the best matches that we see from Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns. This will be quite an amazing night, I guarantee it. That is it for the Raw review. Another rumor that actually came up that I want to kind of address, they actually had another inductee possibly spoiled for the 2017 Hall of Fame, one of the women's classes, and the name that came up was actually Beth Phoenix. For those of you that don't know, Beth Phoenix was a multi-time women's champion, Divas champion, and married to the Hall of Famer Adam Copeland, also known as Edge. I honestly believe that she definitely deserves a spot in the WWE Hall of Fame. Beth Phoenix is of course, a phenomenal and just impressive competitor. She is just flat out just amazing in the ring, and she had so many great moments, whether it was her championship runs, whether it was the comedic deals with Santino Marella, Glamorella, whether it was matches with Mickie James, or with Michelle McCool, or with Melina. So many great matches that she did. She definitely earned her spot in the Hall of Fame, so I am hoping that rumors are true, and that Beth Phoenix gets inducted into the Hall of Fame this year. Now, as far as another person that could be inducted in the Hall of Fame, IRS would definitely be somebody I'd like to see. William Regal has been rumored. Christian. They definitely do need to throw a tag team in there. I think they're going to probably go with the natural disasters being Earthquake and Typhoon. I'm hoping that sooner down the line we get to see Team 3D, the Dudley Boys, Demolition, so many other teams that definitely deserve a spot on there. And I would really love to see Christian get inducted into the Hall of Fame. That'll be a great moment there. So that is all for this edition of Raw Recap. So be sure to tune in next week, Monday, after Raw ends, where I will do a live show. You guys, you can feel free to ask me any questions that you might have about Raw or wrestling. Thank you so much for joining me here. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter at NateEffingGreat. You could also check out the YouTube page, Mr. NTG1990, where I will upload these episodes. Be sure also to give my co-hosts some love at Spencer Hart TSC for Spencer, Max Beatty at Agent Cooper 1989. Also check out his YouTube page, Agent Cooper, where he does quite a bit, and it's really awesome. My co-host for Change the F Up, Victory Bell, at VictoryClark04 on Twitter, VictoryBell.com, as well as give her a thumbs up for her fan page on Facebook. It's awesome, and you definitely got to check out a lot of her cosplays. It's amazing. Going to have a show with her tomorrow, so it's going to be quite a ride. Definitely can't wait for that. Be sure to also give Evolve Production guys, as well as Smart Money Podcast guys, Chris Lockman and AJ Jensen some love, either on Twitter. AJ is agens81, Chris Lockman at KLock7. Even give their podcast a little bit of love at Smart Money, or even go to the Smart Money Podcast on Facebook and give them a like there. I'm trying to think if there's any other plugs that we have. I guess the only plugs are the regular plugs for, of course, Spreaker.com, iTunes, Player.fm, PodDirectory.com, Stitcher.com, TuneIn Radio, IW Nerd, Satchel Podcast Player, Castbot.fm, I should say, Mr. NTG1990 on YouTube. Be sure to also check out our sponsors, ProWrestlingCrate.com. I've already uploaded some pictures of some of the great stuff that they could actually bring to you for great prices. You guys definitely don't want to miss out on that. Be sure to also check out ajsbelts.com, where you can get great deals on great championship belt replicas. They are just awesome, you guys. I think I might actually have to start posting up a collection on my Facebook page. You can also give me a like there, as well as, add me as a friend there. Trying to think. I think that's all I got. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap it up for this edition of Raw Recap. Be sure to tune in tonight for the SmackDown Live recap with Max Beatty and Spencer Hart, you guys. It is going to be very interesting to see how well they do, and who knows, maybe we'll make this into a bit of our own, wouldn't say Monday Night Wars, weekly wars, we could probably say, between myself representing Raw and them representing SmackDown Live. But in all honesty, I think they'll always have the advantage because they have a frickin' Jay Styles, damn it. So that is going to wrap it up for this episode. So see you guys tomorrow for Change the F Up, which we will be talking a lot about Disney, as well as some things coming up in the near future. So thank you guys so much for listening in. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.